What's good, you guys? It's Boomer and Jer watching Bali Star. Today we's getting into Sunny V2, the meanest versus the nicest celebrities. You feel me? So yeah, man, let's get straight on into it. Make sure to leave a like, support the video if you enjoy, subscribe if you're new. So we join up with the all-star gang up in this thing. Get straight on into it, man. Hey, bruh, let's go.
Who are the 5 nicest celebrities and who are the 5 meanest?
I can tell you who the meanest one I ever met. Her name is Ellen DeGeneres.
But while all the evidence points to Ellen being awful, Adam Sandler is always highlighted as being incredibly kind. Take for example the time he was refused a table at IHOP after the server failed to realize it was Adam Sandler asking. Embarrassed, the server shared the CCTV to TikTok, prompting Adam Sandler asking. Embarrassed, the server...
Adam Sandler telling him it's a 30-minute wait, and him, of course, then because he's not going to wait 30 minutes.
Shared the CCTV to TikTok, prompting Adam Sandler to meet with the waitress personally while joking about the rejection by stating,
"Dang, she's kind of cute too."
Prompting Adam Sandler to
Hold on.
Embarrassed, the server at IHOP after the server failed to realize it was Adam Sandler asking. Embarrassed, the server shared the CCTV to TikTok, prompting Adam Sandler to meet with the waitress personally while joking about the rejection by stating, "For the record, I only left the IHOP because the nice woman told me the all-you-can-eat deal didn't apply to the milkshakes, although fans were impressed for a slightly different reason." It's very humble of him to not assert that he's a celebrity and ask for special treatment. He acted just like a regular customer and didn't challenge anyone. I respect him for that, with his humble attitude extending to wedding photo bombs, and that time he randomly appeared for some chicken.
Hi guys. No way. No way. You're joking.
He filmed a good chunk of Mr.
Where's that at?
No
Pour it in back room.
way. You're joking.
He filmed a good chunk of Mr. Deeds in my hometown, and he was simply the nicest man ever. He would come out to sign autographs after a full 14+ hour day of shooting. Didn't matter how long the line was, he made sure every single person got to say hello. He had time for photographs.
I mean, you know how tiresome that could be after you just work. So it's like, yeah, nah. I commend homie for really doing that, man. I swear, people don't give these people like so much credit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, to be tired, because like we've all worked long hours in jobs, you know, we all just want to go home after working like 13-14 hours after you get done working 13+ hours. It's like, yeah, it's like all you just want to do is go home, like perhaps want to stop at a fast food restaurant to get something to eat, maybe if you have enough energy, run an errand afterwards, you know what I'm saying? But mostly we're all just focused on just going home, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, these guys, I mean, look right there, full 14+ hour day of shooting. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like just about the same because it's work. And, you know, just to stop and like make sure everybody gets honored. And I mean, possibly everybody, judging on how much people there were. It's like, dog, we really got to give actors and, you know, people like this a lot more credit to do ish like this.
And chats with everyone in town, frequented all the local coffee shops and posed with employees. He seemed to really care and know how excited we all were to have a movie happening and always had a smile, although Adam's fans are the only people to talk very highly of him.
You guys love each other. Is that fair to say?
Because I'm pretty sure they don't do this like as an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who would be able to do this every day? You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we were in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, us working 13+ hour days is already in their shoes. You know what I'm saying? But to just have people come up to you, or people like talking to you, like, you know, when you're going to get fast food at McDonald's or when you go to a grocery store real quick, people just you know, just coming to talk to you all the time. Like, you know, how would you feel? You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I would get irritated. So. And not only that, you're under the spotlight, so that way you could be talked about like this, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. So you really got to commend them for really, because it's like, I'm pretty sure that ish is like, no, crazy on the mental health, bro. You know, really got to commend them for like having the mental capacity and stabilization to even do stuff like that, you know, sign autographs right after.
For sure.
Yeah. I hear each of you individually talking about the other in such fond terminology.
Yeah.
After Pete Davidson worked with Adam Sandler on Saturday Night Live, Pete went on to state he's just such a cool, nice guy. I can't explain how wonderful of a person he is. Just like caring and sweet and not full of crap, which is very rare to find. But while Adam Sandler's happy on-screen mood clearly extends to his personal life, Mike Myers from Austin Powers is apparently much different when the cameras aren't rolling. Twitter users exposed Mike Myers as an absolute nightmare to work with. The article referred to a tweet reading, "Mike Myers had me fired off the set of The Love Guru because I made eye contact with him and I was there as his bodyguard." The tweet had been posted by a person named Jay Brody, who then expanded on the incident in a podcast.
You'll be basically guarding Mike Myers' trailer. They're like, here's the catch. Can't look at him. But I realized I can't let just anyone into the trailer. So I look up, I catch his eye for a second. I give him a nod to let him know I'm cool, and then I look away, and within an hour I get a phone call letting me know that I'm fired and I have to get off set.
Prompting others to give their own anecdotes about Mike Myers' terrible attitude. I was an extra in Love Guru and remember being told we can't make eye contact with Mike. When I tell people this, they don't believe me. Thanks for confirming. People always wonder why there weren't more Austin Powers movies, but never realize how many stories there are like this about him. Basically, no one wants to work with the guy, with one of these other stories coming from the set of The Cat in the Hat, where Mike's co-star Amy Hill stated his area was all covered with tenting because he didn't want anybody seeing him. It was so weird, it was just the worst, I was miserable. Hill also revealed
I never knew this about Mike Myers, bro. I mean, this is literally my first time hearing this about him. I'm like, really?
Diva Myers selfishly kept everyone waiting for hours, overruled the director, and even had someone standing by, just holding his personal chocolates in a dish. It was just a horrible, nightmarish experience, although people have only ever said the opposite about Steve Buscemi. Buscemi worked as a New York firefighter before quitting to pursue acting, although when the Twin Towers were destroyed on September 11, Buscemi walked into his old fire department to volunteer, working 12 hours a day for a week straight in the hopes of finding survivors. He called his old firehouse, then receiving no reply, headed to the site, where he found his former engine company. I asked if I could join them, he said, adding I could tell they were a little suspicious at first, but I worked with them that day. It was a privilege to be able to do it. It was great to connect with the firehouse I used to work with, and with some of the guys I worked alongside. Note, this was in 2001 after he was already extremely famous from movies such as Fargo, yet according to an independent article on his volunteering, very few photographs and no interviews exist because he declined them. He wasn't there for publicity. Wouldn't you think you were hallucinating if Steve Buscemi helped you out of the rubble? What a great humble guy, with a Reddit comment then offering a slightly more personal story. I used to serve him all the time and he never once was a diva. Always had a smile on his face, and I mean I don't even think he once had a complicated order. He always ordered the most simple thing on the menu and always tipped 20+%, not to mention Buscemi gets extra credit for being close friends with Adam Sandler.
I'm about to say, because, you know, I mean, I mostly see him in Adam Sandler movies. You feel me? So, of course, you know, Adam Sandler's like, you know, like the his energy, like, you know, his personality, like, you know, the way he moves would, of course, rub off on homie right here, you know what I'm saying? Because only time I only see him is in the Adam Sandler movies. So if Adam Sandler's like that, of course he'll be like that.
However,
I mean, I'm not saying that, like, you know, of course, but, you know, you hang around like, well, what do they say? Show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are the company you keep. You feel me? So it's in that instance.
But it seems Jerry Seinfeld was left out of the party, given every clip of him I've seen outside of his shows is just him being an unlikable douche with an ego the size of a small country. This sentiment began with a Larry King interview from 2007.
I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. You were. Do you know who I am? 75 million viewers. Last episode. What?
I think I remember seeing that.
Well, it's a big difference between being canceled and being #1. Okay, I'm sorry. B-movie. Can we get a resume in here for me? B-movie opens tomorrow.
Although this attitude extends into other moments like the time he rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Take a hug.
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
That was a nice movie. I don't know.
Yo, I saw that, yo. I did not know what to think. I was just like...
He rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Take a hug.
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
That was a nice movie. I don't know who that was. Yeah, it's Kesha.
Okay.
Jerry then offered no apology for rejecting
I
her.
still don't know.
I don't hug a total stranger. I have to meet someone, say hello. I need to know, who are you?
No, and she was very nice about it. We laughed about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you hug her after?
Wait, hold on.
The
Let
shoot
me go back
extends
to
into
that.
other moments like the time he rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Great to be hugged.
Oh yeah, nah, she didn't even introduce herself or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah.
No, thanks.
I guess the approach was hella wrong. You know what I'm saying? So
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
it's like,
I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it's Kesha.
Okay.
Jerry then offered no apology for rejecting her.
I don't hug.
I mean, like the way is like it does like come like very, very fan-ish. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying like a fan, but very, very fan-ish. It's like, oh my god, I love you so much. Can I give you a hug? It's like, who are you? You didn't come up and introduce yourself, you know, like a person. You know what I'm saying? Treat these people like people, bro. These celebrities like people. You know? Until they give you a reason not to treat them like people.
Total stranger. I have to meet someone, say hello. I need to
And that
know.
even goes for some celebrities too. You know what I'm saying? Even celebrities treat each other like celebrities. Whether it be like a celebrity or a celebrity fan, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about in the, you know, just celebrities, not even people, but, you know, the celebrities, you feel me? Some can come off as fans to other celebrities. Maybe stands to other celebrities, like how Kesha approached, yeah, Jerry Seinfeld.
Who are you?
No, and she was very nice about
Guys, I just want to let you know right now, I do not watch Seinfeld. I'm one of those that do not watch Seinfeld. I do not find it funny. I don't know why. It's just, it's, you know, everybody has their own type of humor. You feel me?
Did you? Yeah. Did you hug her afterwards? No. No.
Leading Kesha to change her mind about him for pretty obvious reasons.
What happened with Jerry Seinfeld?
Oh my god.
And I find Family
Jerry
Guy
Seinfeld
hella
had-
funny.
I am not.
And American
Okay, we're
Dad.
good. It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a reputation.
Damn!
Okay, we're good. It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a reputation for destroying the paparazzi.
The worst place like you bomb. I'm sure comics go through all the time.
Another very weak question.
And after Lady Gaga was moved to his luxury basketball box for acting rudely at a game, he had this.
A what?
Worst place like you bomb.
Hold on. Run
Oh
all
my
that back.
god. Are you friends with him?
I am not.
Okay, we're good. It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a reputation for destroying the paparazzi.
The worst place like you bomb. I'm sure comics go through all the time.
Another very weak question.
And after Lady Gaga was moved to his luxury basketball box for acting rudely at a game, he had this to say.
This woman's a jerk. I hate her. I can't believe they put her in my box, which
They
I paid
did.
for. This is what you give people the finger and you get upgraded? Is that the world we're living in now?
Hysterical. I love him.
Jerry Seinfeld's meanness definitely has a charisma to it. However, if you're wanting a more humble type of charisma, then we have...
I mean, in a way, I don't know. I don't know if it's exactly, but in a way, he is kind of humbling these other celebrities that do act more outlandish. You know what I'm saying? So, honestly, seeing the whole compilation of Jerry's, you know, him being put in that category, I'll say 50% of it is justified, bro. So it's like he's just a person, honestly. It's like, you know, he doesn't really like, you know, take his fame to unfathomable heights. Like, you know, while I'm hearing about Mike Myers, like, homie, I see you look at homie and he'll have you fired, and he has a I guess he really doesn't like being looked at or something, you know. But in case of like Jerry Seinfeld, oh no, the one with Larry King, that was kind of outlandish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course it's facts, but it's like, you know, it's not humbling. You know what I'm saying? But the one with Kesha, I mean, that's very outlandish what she did. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, no, like, come at me as a person. I see that. Him talking about it, of course, him elaborating on that, you know. But yeah, no, the rest of it was pretty humbling. What do you do right here again?
It's like you bomb. I'm sure comics go through all the
has a reputation for destroying the paparazzi.
The worst place I could bomb. I'm sure comments go through all the time.
That's a very weak question.
And after Lady Gaga was moved to his
I mean, if you call it out as a weak question, it must have been a weak question. You feel me? Let me read the question one more time.
It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a reputation
What
for
do you ask?
destroying the paparazzi.
The worst place I could bomb. I'm sure comments go through all the time.
Worst place you can bomb? I don't really hear his question, honestly. But damn, if it was a weak question, then
Field's meanness definitely has a charisma to it. However, if you're wanting a more humble type,
S in the chat if y'all want a story time. I might have known Post Malone, you know what I'm saying, back before he became famous, you feel me? Story time for that, man. S is in the chat if y'all want a story time for that. Yeah.
of charisma, then we have to talk about Post Malone. With entire compilations dedicated to him treating other people kindly, there are almost too many wholesome moments to choose from.
Did you draw this? This is awesome.
But at the time, you know, I was thinking of him a different way at the time. You know what I'm saying? Again, S is in the chat, S is in the comments if y'all want a story time about Post Malone, man.
There was that time he went out of his way to greet a 21-year-old having his first beer, or that time he gave his $5,000 guitar to a fan after a concert.
You want a guitar? It's like a $5,000 guitar, so you have to promise me. You gotta promise me that you're gonna take care of it. Okay?
I bet you she fulfilled that promise. She's probably a famous YouTuber right now.
In the opposite way to
doing
Jerry
songs
Seinfeld.
with guitar.
You know that I really like your music.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That means a lot to me.
Can you say hello to Nicole?
Well, hi, Nicole. Love you guys.
And when this fan somehow made it past security, Post Malone hugs the guy and treats him respectfully before he's taken off the stage. In a different instance, Post Malone let a fan come on stage to play the guitar part and stay, and
I
it's
saw
therefore
this
no
one.
surprise that fans have told anecdotal stories such as someone in a similar thread said Post moved into his brother's street and went and introduced himself to all his new neighbors and invited them for a barbecue. Genuinely sounds like an awesome guy. I believe this 100%. He had a party at an Airbnb or something a few houses down from my group's Airbnb, and he legit went around the cul-de-sac himself inviting everyone to the party. He also spent the entire night moving between groups, chatting and generally being a phenomenal host and ensuring everyone had a blast. 10 out of 10 dude. But while nobody has anything negative to say about Post Malone, it seems nobody has anything positive to say about Chevy Chase. Remember when Pete Davidson praised Adam Sandler earlier in the video? Well, Pete had the opposite to say about Chevy Chase, stating, "He's a fucking douchebag, I hate that dude. He's just a genuinely bad racist person and I don't like him." Chevy Chase was fired from Community after calling Donald Glover the N-word, not to mention before the firing, Chase was simply difficult to work with.
He was someone that did not want to be there for the hours that we were keeping. He sometimes could be in not great moods.
Earlier in his career, Chevy Chase had gotten into a
Really?
fist fight with Bill Murray, and while interviewing Robert Downey Jr., Chase stated, "Didn't your father used to be a successful director? Whatever happened to him? Boy, he sure died, you know, he sure went to hell." It's therefore no surprise that even Will Ferrell stated, "The worst host was Chevy Chase." Yet Chevy Chase foolishly claims that all criticism is just jealousy.
Did you just say that writers writing anything negative is jealousy? Yeah, I did. What kind of jealousy? I'm funnier than them? Yeah, I guess maybe. I'm considered good looking? Yeah, there you have it.
It seems Chevy Chase needs a lesson on humility, and who better to teach?
I mean, that really played into his character in Community, I guess, because I thought, like, Pierce, you know, so that's his character on Community. I thought that it was hella outlandish, but that's what made it funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what gave it, like, a Chappelle Show type of humor to me, you know what I'm saying? Which is, like, you know, just that blatant, you know what I'm saying? Just saying it, bro. But I thought that was just his character, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, actors become characters at their best, you know what I'm saying, doing because it's like it relates to them, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I guess that really was Chevy Chase right there, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't acting, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, because again, this is my first time seeing that. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of first timers on this video. But yeah, with Mike Myers, now with Chevy Chase, I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Than Shaquille O'Neal.
You gotta humble yourself. It's all about humility. And that's why I am where I am now. I humbled myself. I don't look down on people because they're less.
Nah,
Back in 2000.
nah. Don't let this dude fool you. He's a menace, alright? This dude is a menace. Man. What are you doing with that Home Depot girl, man? This nigga's a menace. This nigga's in everything, and this nigga a menace, bro. This dude is fucking hilarious, man.
2011, Shaq had hit rock bottom. He'd retired from basketball, divorced from his wife, and had no idea where his life was going next.
I was lost. 76,000 square foot house by yourself. No kids. Go to the gym. Nobody playing in the gym. You go to their room. Nobody's there.
It was during this period that Shaq's mum Lucille gave him some advice.
And then the queen, Dr. Lucille O'Neal, said, "Hey man, I don't know you no more. You need to humble yourself." And when mama talks, the true man listens.
After which Shaq began working on becoming a better person. He'd state, "The day I killed the narcissist Shaq is the day my kids text me, 'Hey daddy, I miss you.' Bro, when I got one of those texts, man, I actually cried then. I didn't know what to say. After I got that love from them, I said, you know what, I'm not going to be the asshole Shaq no more. Because I was an asshole and I lost everything. The day I released all that me, Shaq is the day the blessings opened up. As a result, Shaq's been trying to create a fairly unique legacy.
Talk about legacies. I want mine to be one sentence. Shaq was a nice guy.
Which has been aided by his random acts of kindness, purchasing bikes, shoes, and laptops for less fortunate children. It seems the only people Shaq won't give money to are his own kids.
Because I believe in respectable nepotism. You get all A's this next semester, you can get whatever you want. So he gets all A's, and it's like, go to the dealership and pick one. And I get a call from Tesla. I said, man, you better take your ass across the street to Honda.
But while Shaq is an obvious choice as a nice celebrity, someone you might not expect to be rude is Bill Nye the Science Guy. I met Bill Nye
I
as a
heard
kid.
some things about him, you know what I'm saying? But I grew up, of course, watching Bill Nye in school, you know what I'm saying? Roll Out TV, shout out, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but we would watch Bill Nye. And, you know what I'm saying? It was just like one of those childhood memories, you know what I'm saying, of TV shows that you grew up with, you know what I'm saying? It'll be exciting learning about certain stuff. But it's like, I don't know. I guess I never really cared then to know who Bill Nye really was. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, the actor and the character. You feel me? I really thought, I don't know if he's a doctor or so. Or a scientist for real. Like, I don't know, man, if he really is. What, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I did hear things about him, and it's like, I did hear some things. I didn't really pay attention that much into them. But I did hear, you know, see things around the internet saying that about him. And then I think I saw something which he said was pretty outlandish. But it was like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't think much about him. You know what I'm saying? It's like what carried on from childhood is carried on till now. It's like I just, and I'm pretty sure what he said was really outlandish. I don't know. Maybe if I see it again, then I'll remember it. And I'll be like, oh yeah. But, you know, he's just, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was just Bill Nye to me, bruh.
And he was the biggest asshole I've ever met. It was a huge letdown after watching his show so often in class. My science teacher from 7th...
Never really wanted to know about the character, but just what he did, you know? He explained science to us and shit.
Greg told us she had an explanation for why she tried to show us as few Bill Nye videos as possible. I believe she said she attended either a science workshop or an event for teachers where Bill Nye was there, and he was completely rude to her and dismissed her the whole time. Bill's dark side becomes
oh, he was one of those scientists.
Pretty obvious when he debates other scientists. However, it seems he becomes the meanest when talking to his most popular demographic, kids. Bill Nye came to visit my university. I was sorely disappointed. Bill Nye relied on sexist jokes to relate to the crowd. He kept complimenting women's legs and saying weird stuff about how sexy women are. He was trying to be relatable, but was sorely mistaken, as he faced a crowd of driven female engineers and scientists. He went on about climate change and basically insinuated that we could be the policy changers, while the real scientists did the real work. I couldn't believe how much my views of him were falling apart as I watched him pander to students he clearly didn't care about. I later heard that he wouldn't speak with students, only professors, with this anecdote following the very common theme of Bill Nye was my hero until I heard him talk. Although thankfully Keanu Reeves is the theme of...
I'm gonna just read half of it. She told him that it was huge in person. He said that he did not appreciate that she was interrupting his walk. She showed him the shirt. He rolled his eyes, scribbled on the shirt, and tossed it to her. She looked like she was going to cry. Instead, she walked over to a garbage can and threw it away. He said, whatever, and went back to looking at the projects.
Villeneuve was my hero until I heard him talk, although thankfully Keanu Reeves is the perfect balance between good and evil. While filming the second two Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves chose to give up $75 million worth of his movie earnings, instead redirecting the money to the special effects team who he said deserved it more. Even then, this might not have been his most charitable act whilst filming. As a Reddit user stated, a family friend builds movie sets, doesn't design, is one of the
one thing I noticed about Keanu, bro, it's like, and I don't really watch much of his movies, but some of the movies I had watched, I think it was like one of the John Wick movies, and I think I saw him in the SpongeBob movie. I don't know where I saw that. Probably at a I don't know, family friend's house. But it's like, you know, him being in these movies, and it's like he just sounds like really humbling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like his voice just sounds real humbling. You know, like Steve in American Dad when he listens to, you know, that British kid, even though that British kid kept telling him to do dangerous things. It's like, no, I don't want to do that, but the sound of your voice makes it so soothing that I do want to do it. Like, bro, it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That just builds. Anyways, he worked on the set for The Matrix, and Keanu heard about family trouble he was having and gave him a $20,000 Christmas bonus to help him out, although money isn't the only thing that Keanu has given up. In 2011, he was candidly filmed giving up his seat on the New York subway, and 3 years later in 2014, he waited patiently for 20 minutes in the rain outside the wrap party of his own film Daughter of God after a mix-up because he didn't want to cause a scene. He didn't say, "Hey, I'm Keanu Reeves," or "Yo man, this is my party," once to the bouncer, and the owner of the club was horrified when he found out afterwards that the actor was standing in the rain. It's therefore no surprise that there's an extremely popular subreddit dedicated to Keanu Reeves being awesome, although if there's one person who could offset this kindness with meanness, it's definitely Ellen DeGeneres. Right now we all need a little
and I just heard rumors about Ellen DeGeneres, and like, you know, I've seen the stuff on the internet, but it's like I never really dug into the subject to know like how she really was. I just heard things and make believe that I believed them. Well, yeah, I bet, but I didn't really know for sure or care to know. You feel me?
Kindness, you know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to LA Food Bank. This was the tweet that started her downfall, as nobody could have expected how bad the responses would be. When I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom. Working for her, I was instructed that
But this is true, bro. Like, she would be the celebrity I see as most fake, because it's like, you know, I remember my mom would watch her shows, and it's like, she always be so kind and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, do some charitable shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I've never seen this like, or courtesies most of everybody that, you know, that should be my face, because it's like, you know, she would be most in my face so that I could see as fake, you know what I'm saying, because she would do all this charitable work and make it look like she's a good person, you know what I'm saying, and just ultimately be like this, you know what I'm saying. Again, I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of celebrities and, you know, famous people that are like that, but she's the one that's been most in my face that I could see as, okay, I like, you know, she's like my scapegoat for a fake celebrity, you know what I'm saying, because I see her the most, and, you know, I see this in my face the most about her more than any other celebrity or famous person, because it's like they're just not in my face like that much.
I'll look her in the eye and never ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the first place. She creates the most toxic environment for her staff. I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia a brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I'd worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning, almost got me fired. Chris Pontius stated on Steve-O's podcast that he wasn't surprised to hear these anecdotes.
It's crazy that all this stuff stuff's come out like about Ellen being mean. Because when I met her, I thought she was really mean. Like, and she's like, so what do I gotta do? And she's just pissed to be there. And then she comes out on stage and she's like, all like funny, nice Ellen, you know, like the person that they think she is.
And apparently neither were the 10 employees.
Like, you know, she would be the person people would make, you know, all these like cartoons and skits about, you know, about fake celebrities, you know what I'm saying? Like, how they be like acting in front of the crowd, and once the camera shut off, they're like, you know, for their assistant, like, Joe, where's my ice latte?
Came forward 4 months later to expose her terrible working environment.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is. We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
As a result, Ellen took a 14-week hiatus, returning with a pretty standard apology.
Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that.
However, this failed to ensure a returning audience, as in May 2022, Ellen's show was cancelled completely.
Damn, saved the best for last. Alright, you guys, so that was Honey V2, man. Meanest to nicest celebrities. Yeah, some of these celebrities I didn't even know about, fam. Mike Myers, Chevy Chase. I was like, bro. You know what I'm saying? But just like they said, man, like, actors bleed into their characters, you know what I'm saying? Like, most characters, you know, in movies, the TV shows, all that, you know, that you see, like, don't be too naive to not believe that, like, you know, the actor that's acting as that character is, you know, not far from that character's personality. Because, again, like, that, the characters that we see on TV and movies, man, like, you know, that do these shows or movies or whatever, man, the characters that we see, it's like the person acting as that character, you know what I'm saying, trust me, they best relate to that character, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can't say that for every actor or actress, you know what I'm saying, that does, like, you know, for example, anti-heroes or villains, you know what I'm saying, in a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't mistake that as that, like, oh, that's how the person in real life must really be. But I'm just saying, don't be too naive that, like, you know, whatever character an actor or actress might play, sometimes they do a Freudian slip and, you know, slip out what, you know, what that actor or actress's personality really is into that character, believe them. You know what I'm saying? Like, but only if you really know and notice stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, when a certain character does something that, like, you know, it's like, oh, snap, I bet you that actor or actress is really like that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, but those some instances you would have to catch, you feel me? But y'all let me know your thoughts about down in the comment section down below. You already know it's Boomer, and you're watching Bali Star. Make sure to leave a like, support the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're new, so that we join up with the all-star gang up in this thing. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. 100 on. Yeah.